Right now, I'm in the season of becoming, and I don't have all the answers, but I know something shifted. About 2 months ago, I remember I was in my internship just thinking, would I ever be able to get a job by December? Would I be able to get a job by May? And during my process of trying to get a job, it was like constant denial letters, like denial left and right. It just felt like I couldn't get a job, but I knew I was qualified. I knew that I could get the job. I knew that everything that the job required, I had that in my resume. So basically, the week before Thanksgiving, I'm just thinking, like, will I ever get a job? I remember about like that Wednesday, because this I was thinking this on the Monday of the week before. I remember that Wednesday, two job opportunities out of nowhere. Boom. I'm like, what? This is crazy. And one of the job opportunities is from an internship that I was previously at, and the other one was for a job that was back in where I was born, where I spent my formative years with my mom and my dad and my siblings. So it was obvious what opportunity I should take to me at the moment. Go back home. When would I ever get this opportunity again? When when would I ever get to be around my brothers as much as I really wanted to my whole life? So it was a no brainer at the moment. It was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna do this. So uh the next week I go down there for Thanksgiving to spend Thanksgiving with my family. I remember my whole family's asking me, hey, what are you gonna do? What opportunity you gonna take? What job you gonna take? My grandparents just wanted me to really take the opportunity that I really like. Even my dad did. But everyone else, it was like, hey, you can come down here. It was cool. Hey, you come down here. Everyone was so excited about the opportunity that I can come back to Milwaukee. It was so crazy. I didn't think it would feel like that when I came back. So it was like everyone was like, yeah, come back. We're excited for you to come back. Everyone was just talking to me about it, talking to me about apartments, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to live. It's like, it felt great. So, you know me, by the end of the trip, you know what I'm doing. Signing that job offer to come down there. I signed the job offer. I told the other company, which I really, really love. It's an industry I love. It's something that I grew up doing. Like, it's me. Like, the role, it felt like the role was designed for me. Like, I already love the people there. I love the culture. I love what the business stands for. And it's something that I identified with growing up basketball, sports. So basically, everyone thought I would have accepted that job opportunity, but I said no. Man, it kind of hurt to say no to that job opportunity, but it's like I felt like going down with my family meant more at the moment. It did mean more at the moment. It felt like just this opportunity that came back to me that I had been like praying for, wishing for my whole entire life. Just for me to, it didn't matter where it was, just be with my family, where it's like my mom, my dad, and my siblings. Just be with them, be able to live with them, be able to have certain memories that aren't just like holidays and birthdays. Like, you know, that memories on a random Thursday where they talk about the time where you slipped on a banana peel and then you broke the stove. Like, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. Just classic sibling stuff. So after that, after I accepted the job opportunity, I remember I'm just going to every website, Amazon, ever. I'm creating lists. I'm sending lists out to my family to buy me stuff for my new apartment. I'm like, yo, I'm about to move out. Like, man, I'm hype. Like on the inside, I'm super hype. Like, I'm just waiting. I'm just thinking like, yo, bro, like I gotta get everything before I get in there. The apartment I look like this. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking like my new life and kind of like romanticizing it. Like the fact that I be out there on my own, just going to like different like cafes, like doing like little like niche stuff. It was like, but the fact that then day I'll be going back to my own apartment, it was kind of like movie like to me if I'm being honest, like your first time at Independence. So basically, I'm just romanticizing. I'm just preparing for weeks, going to work. I'm just working and going to school, finishing out the semester, doing everything regularly, but worrying about my apartment as well. So before I even got out there, it was like just the apartment because I had to look at it virtually. It was like everything was going well. It was exactly what I wanted. Like the money was great. The job salary was good. Everything was just lining up to go down here, and it felt like divine. It felt like, man, what other opportunity would I get to go down here that is this perfect? I'm 21. I'm just about to graduate. No kids, no nothing holding me back. And it's kind of like, yo, like this is the perfect opportunity to leave. So I'm like, no, we out. So we do it. I get everything. It just felt so divine getting out there. Like everything just worked. Everything just went how it was supposed to go. Like nothing went wrong almost. I had everything by the time I got to the apartment. Me and my little brother just in there just building stuff. Man, the first day I got back, it felt like home, bro. I found a new barber and everything. It's so crazy. I'm like just building everything in the apartment. I had like all the stuff built by day one. Like you know how crazy that is, putting up TV stands, all that. By day one, man, I'm in the kitchen. I mean, I'm in the living room watching Power on the carpet with a chair out, dining table built. Like it looked like I had been living there for like at least 3 months already. So yeah, I even got a new barber. I had a new barber. You know how long it takes to get a new barber and trust them? Man, I'm looking at his previous haircuts. I'm like, yeah, this my barber. Like I already didn't pick my barber out for my whole time in Milwaukee anyway. Cause the program it was really for 2.5 years. But we'll get more into that. But yeah, so basically I get 3 days before I start the first job. I'm just out there. I get to see my little brother play basketball. He killed my little brother had 23 the first day I came out there. I'm telling him just to have 2 or 4 points. I'm saying, bro, to go out there, drop 2 or 4. Man, my young boy had 23. I'm like, damn. Excuse my language. But yeah, I'm like, yo, like my little brother's had 23. Like I know he proud, but as the big brother, I'm even more proud because I had wanted him to see play. I had wanted to see him play basketball since I first heard he was playing basketball. So, like that opportunity was just like it was relieving. It was like, man, like my little brother actually out here doing something. Like I get to support him in the stands. He didn't drop 23 for me. Like when we walking out, everyone know this my little brother. Like yo, it just felt cool. So that's Saturday. Then Sunday was pretty much a chill day. Like I remember just me getting prepped for my job, being prepped for the new job, and just thinking like, man, I'm really about to start. Like really, this is real. Like I'm really thinking like this is real. Like this is no internship. This not no little like fellowships program or any of that no more. Like this is real. This is your job. This is your apartment. You gotta pay for this. Like it really matters. Like everything that's going on, like really matters now. So I'm like, all right, it's cool. I'm feeling like a little like not even nervous, but it's like just that little like off feeling in my body. Like before this is on Sunday before I even start the job. So basically, I wake up the next morning and I'm like got like a little energy to me. Like I didn't woke up because I had to be there at like 7 in the morning, and it's crazy because the job usually starts at 9, but I'm there at 7 for onboarding. So we're just walking around and like, yeah, like this seems familiar because I was like my internship that I was at when I got the 2 opportunities, it was also corporate. So I'm used to like the nicer buildings, like people dressing, looking a certain way, like the certain way they speak and all that. So it wasn't unfamiliar to me. It was like, okay, I've been here before. I did this. So I'm just chilling, walking, doing a job opportunity. Like, I'm loving it. It's got saying like I've got this new job opportunity. I'm back in hometown. Like it feel good. But we're walking around doing onboarding. Everything is cool. I'm pretty much. I was the only one. I was in a rotational program, so I was the only person in my cohort. So I'm just walking around, looking around. Just like it just seems cool. Like I'm like, all right, it is what it is. We about to just come here. It's good money. You about to just do the job, and you know what I'm saying. Go home and build ourselves outside the job. Cause I know I didn't really like the job. Like, I didn't know anything about the company. I didn't like the company. I was just there because that's where my family was. That's where I thought I could rebuild memories that like I wanted since childhood. I thought I could just rebuild this part of myself that I felt like I didn't have. So, should I just say I'm just in there? I'm just looking around. I'm just thinking, like, man, yeah, I gotta be here. But outside of this, I don't really like the job. I don't know what's going on. I don't really care. I'm just here to do the job, code what you need me to code, do whatever financial statements you need me to do for a couple hours, and then just go home. Just build my podcast, do the things, the projects I want to do, like my creative projects, and be with my family and allow them to be what fuels me while I'm out there, and not the job itself. You just use the job just for money, just to get you by with bills, or your apartment, whatever else you want to pay for. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm just in there onboarding, doing my job, just going through the motions. And this is all was about an hour. So it's about 8:15 by the time I'm done onboarding and watching all their little videos, like putting in your bank information so they can send you direct deposits, like talking about the rules, what you shouldn't wear, what you should wear, the classic onboarding stuff. So me and the lady who was walking me around, she was basically like the rotational programs manager kind of thing. She was kind of like just looking at she was kind of like just telling me everything, showing me where I'd be working, who I'd be working with, stuff like that. And it was cool. Like we just in a room just talking. And I'm like, all right, like it seemed cool. Like this don't seem that bad. Like ain't nothing really wrong with this. And then I remember she was just talking about how I would be watching the people who graduated from her program that same week that I was onboarded. And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I get to see like what the people In my head, thinking like, "Oh, snap, that's cool." Like they really got a whole graduation ceremony. I didn't know that. I thought it would just be something like a little something small. I didn't think they have their whole week dedicated to them. So okay, yeah, this might be a little cool. And then I don't know what made me ask this. I asked her. I said, "Do the people who graduate from this program usually leave and go somewhere else?" And she was like, "Typically, no." Bro, my heart dropped. My heart dropped, bro. I could have believed the answer I was hearing, but it made sense. Like, of course, if you're in a rotational program, you want to retain the associates that you invest into. But I wasn't coming to there to get invested into as far as like, until like get invested into like a program and like have this way of becoming the program's version of success and them building me as a professional. I didn't come for that. I already kind of knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in sports. I knew I wanted to be around in a certain environment that made me feel energetic, that made me want to go to work every day. So I'm like for me, that's not what I wanted. Like, and the fact that no one even had similar goals in the program, that kind of set me off when she said no. So I'm thinking like, okay, like my heart dropped. I'm like, bro, what? Like I couldn't believe that I heard that answer in the moment. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I don't know why, but it's like after that, I just stopped talking as much. I kind of was just doing stuff on the computer and just asking her a simple question like, "How do you make the email?" But while I'm doing it, like, bro, my voice is like sometimes while I'm talking, my voice is trembling because I'm just in so much distraught that like like that answer is not what I want to hear, bro. Like I promise, if she would have been like, "Yeah, people go everywhere," bro, I would have. Man, this job opportunity would have been, bro. I don't know, bro. It would have been something else if I would have heard her say, "Yeah, they typically leave." I was like, "Yo, what?" Well, besides that, it was like after that, I remember I just stopped talking. My voice is kind of trembling a lot, so that is what it is. It's just like, okay, I'm just shaking up. And then I had to go have lunch with the people who were already in my program, and one of the person was already in the rotations that I was going to be put into for my first rotation. So I was just talking to him about the job. Like the guys were cool. Don't get me wrong. Like people were cool. Um, yeah, the people were cool. It was like just regular, like just having regular conversations. Like if you've been in a corporate environment, you kind of know how like conversations go, like a little personal, but not too personal. So it's like telling them about yourself and not telling them the intricate details, like telling them stuff like surface level things, like yeah, I like baseball and I like the Brewers, like something like that, like nothing too in depth. So you're just having these conversations, kind of like cool. Okay, these are people like okay, they not bad, like they chill. And then I just remember we go back, and then after lunch, I pretty much was going with the rotation to see what I did for work. And as he just telling me what to do, bro, I'm looking at this. I'm like, bro, like in that moment, and I'm glad it was never like homesickness or anything like that. I'm glad, like, I genuinely feel like home when I was down there. Like, I was really picked up my whole life in weeks and got down there by like January 8th. Like, mind you, I didn't accept a job offer to like December 5th. No, not December. Earlier than December 5th. December 5th is my deadline. I signed it basically right after Thanksgiving. But yeah. So I'm just now. I'm just like, bro. I don't. This is just the crazy part for me. I just had to take a moment because like, so basically he just showing me the job. I'm just gonna go back to the story, and then it's like just seeing the work, feeling how I feel that no one left, and just noticing what the program kind of was. Just gonna put it out there like they required certain things of you, whereas like you can tell it was identity building. Like they wanted to see how well you kind of were with the company, not just who you were as a person. Like, of course, they accept you for your individuality, but it wasn't just about that. Like, and kind of like in entertainment industries and stuff like that, like they kind of invite individuality, like bring your personality, like bring you. This job it required you to bring you, but a little more than bring you. It requires you to bring you, but as you're here, you're going to lose some of you, and then you're going to make us a part of you. So I'm like, okay, you get to keep yourself, but you lose yourself a bit to bring in what they want you to honor. and how they want you to act, how they want you to perceive yourself to others. So once I realized that, bro, it was like the first day, bro. And I know everyone calls it the first week jitters, but it wasn't. I already had did this work. This is simple work. Like I love being back in Milwaukee, bro. I was so excited, bro. But it was like this. I never felt this feeling. I know what first day jitters feels like. It's kind of like nervousness, nervous to talk. Just nervous about what the work's gonna be. It's like, dang, what am I gonna be doing? Like, will I have any friends? It's kind of like a day jitters. Just like you're just nervous to be yourself. You're just more observant than anything. So it wasn't like that. Like I was communicating, talking like I was cool. Like I wasn't even nervous to be around the people or nothing. So I'm like, okay, that's not that. But just seeing what they required through the program, I'm like, nah, I can't do it, bro. Like I seen how the people were. Even everyone in corporate is kind of like they're different people, but they're all so similar, like very very similar. So it's kind of like, nah, I couldn't, bro. Like I had already did that for my internship, and it was cool. Like it was cool. Like it wasn't a bad place, but I couldn't do that again, bro. Like being in environments where you can't really bring yourself to, bro. That's like sickening to me. Like, bro, that made me feel so much disconnect just within myself. Like I was just watching everyone. Everyone was kind of similar. Like I was looking at the job of the work. The work wasn't bad, but I would be able to do this work better if I had people. If I got to be myself, even within the environment as well. If you know what I mean. Like the work, but it is the fact that I had to go to work, do this work that I really don't want to do. Like I do it for the money, but I'm not. It's not really what I want to do. I'm not really interested like that. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do that, and then I gotta like kind of like give up on myself, act a certain way all day, even for the next 2.5 years. Still go to like certain volunteering things, act like I really like embody what their program is and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, I can't do that, bro. Like, no, not for 2.5 years, bro. Especially not while I'm 21. I'm kind of like in this phase where I'm just becoming like I'm trying to find who I am, but I'm finding who I am, but understanding what I like to do and what I don't like to do. But more of an emphasis on what I don't like to do, which allows me to narrow it down. So, but yeah, I just knew this wasn't the place for me on the first day. And then I remember the rest of the first day, like I'm listening to the work, but I just knew like I gotta go. I can't risk like this is a like I know it may not be a risk for some people. Some people can just do the corporate route, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with the program. Nothing wrong with that. It's honestly a great program for a professional, like a finance rotational program. It's a great opportunity, but don't ever think I'm trying to lead you guys to think a certain way about certain corporate areas. They're honestly great. Like they have great benefits. They can set you up honestly wonderfully. So like don't get that mistaken at all. But yeah, so I'm just going through the day. I'm just knowing like this isn't the place for me. I'm just trying just to understand why I'm feeling this way. I'm just going through so many thoughts. I'm like, yo, like I was so excited for this job opportunity. I thought it would just be great. Like it completely caught me off guard. I thought I was gonna be the happiest man on earth when I came down here. So everything is just catching me off guard, and it's kind of like, man, what do I do? Like, is this the right opportunity? Like, did I make the right decision? Should I have chosen to go to another job? Should I have, like, I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong. Honestly, I didn't. I couldn't figure it out. I'm just thinking throughout the same day, and it's like, yo, I can't do this, bro. So I finished the day, and I'm just driving home, and I'm just like, man, it felt wrong. It felt like, man, even though was back with my family, I had my apartment and everything. It's like my soul was screaming, bro. Like it's like I was silent, but my soul was screaming. It was like just this unbearable, like it wasn't like a hurtful pain, but it was like a deep pain. Like it was like a deep pain. Like no, like and I remember even when she had told me about that people don't leave, it was just like a strong no. Like my body like slammed his fist on the desk. Like no, like like it was kind of like I kind of let you like your brain take over and stuff and get you here because it was a great opportunity. Like everything was great about it. It was like an introductory to life kind of opportunity. And then, bro, like it was like my soul came in. Like, okay, I let you get this far. I let you have your independence. I let you get the apartment. It's like, okay, we did everything we really wanted to do. We're back with our family. We got to see a basketball game. Like we got to have these moments with our family. But it was like in that moment when she said that no one leaves, in that moment when I was driving home, it was like my soul was like no, but it was like the pound was for when she said no, but my soul was like screaming, bro, when I was driving home, bro. And I love listening to music. I ain't have on no music, bro. I'm in traffic with no music. You know what you got to be going through to be in traffic? No music, no nothing to distract you. You just going slow, and you 2 miles away, but it's really an hour now. But like, so I'm just, I'm just thinking about, I'm just at that, bro. My soul is screaming, bro. I couldn't do nothing, bro. I'm like, bro, what did I do? So I go home immediately, bro. Nah, no, no, no. That's not what happened. What crazy is my grandparents were still here because they had came down with me. I completely almost forgot about this part. Before I get home, I'm in traffic this whole time, but I get on a closer exit to go to my great grandma's house. Everyone's on there. Everyone's over there, bro. And I feel terrible, bro. I just walk in the house, bro. I remember like everything about me was off, bro. I kind of seen that my family could like see it. Cause like usually I'm kind of like energetic, like kind of like happy. Hey, what's up, family? Like smiling all the time. Can't stop cheesing, bro. I walked in there, bro. I ain't smiled once, bro. I had the straightest face and I could feel it, bro. Like I wanted to just break down crying, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like it was kind of like I'm in there, like, bro, like I gotta get this from my grandparents because my dad had sent me dad had sent me an air fryer, so I can't. I'm not air fryer, rice cooker. So I'm getting a rice cooker from my grandma. I'm like, yo, like, all right, grandma, like it's nice to see you. I gave her a hug, and then I was able to hold everything together. Like while I'm with my grandparents in front, like all my aunts and stuff, and my great grandma, I'm just chilling there, and I just asked my grandma, I was like, "Grandma, where Grandpa at?" And then I found out my granddad wasn't there, and I'm gonna lie, I was kind of happy he wasn't there. So, so they give it to me. I'm like, "All right, Grandma, just come over into my house before y'all leave." So they end up coming over to my house before I leave, and then I remember like I just went outside to see them for the last time, and my grandpa had like picked me up in the car because he was going back to like put do something for my car because he wanted to make sure I was all good before he left. So uh I just remember like we're pulling over to my car and everything seems fine. Like, I'm just watching my grandpa like pulling to the parking spot. I don't know why, like I couldn't even like he was like facing the road, like he can't see me. I'm in the back seat. My grandma's in the passenger seat. I'm just kind of looking at him because it's like, bro, bro, it was like in that moment, it was like the only strength I could find from like my soul screaming. My only strength I could find was my grandparents. So like, bro, and it's like throughout this whole process, like accepting out job opportunities, kind of like you trying to like be your own man. You trying to make all these decisions. You trying to do all this, do all that. And bro, honestly, I'm being honest, bro, that hurts, bro. Like not being able to really like talk to somebody about something like you can, but they didn't really understand it because they're not going through it. It's like you growing up as your man, you kind of being like initiated into life. Like as a man, it's kind of like, dang, like I'm trying to make all job opportunities. I'm trying to make everything look right. Like I don't want to look like I'm not doing the right things. I don't want to look like I'm making dumb decisions. Like so, like all that takes so much strength, bro. You kind of don't get to take that wall down. You kind of got to be tough everywhere you go. Not tough like as I fight you stuff, but tough as in like emotionally tough. So I'm like, bro, you kind of like act like you know, act like you know what you're doing, act like you moving with like, and you are moving with attention, but act like you just don't have no worry about whatever's gonna go on. So through all this, I'm just looking at my grandparents after the job they all just had at the job, and just I just remember looking at them and just knowing that like this job couldn't be somewhere that was gonna grow me how I wanted to grow. Like professionally, you grow, but personally, I don't feel like I've grown with this job. And not that you should depend on jobs to do that, but you're spending 40 to 50 hours a week at these jobs. Like, I'm not trying to work at a job where I'm just depressed. Like, you're doing this 5 days a week, some days more, and especially in corporate, some weeks way more than 40 hours. So I'm like, okay, like, this is like, I know it's just a job, but career's a little different. They require a little bit more of you than like a Walmart job that just pays you hourly and you're just coming there to get the job done. When you leave, they can't even contact you anymore. Like whatever you did when you're not when you was here, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're not here. So I'm just thinking all that stuff about the job, and I'm just looking at my granddad, and I'm just like, bro, like I remember my granddad parked, bro, and then he got out, bro. I just started crying, bro. And I like walk out. I get out the car. My grandma's still in the passenger seat. She's just on her phone chilling. And bro, I don't remember the last time I walked up to my granddad and gave him a hug and cried, bro. I might have been 4 years old, 3, bro. Like it's almost been 2 decades since I do that, since I did that. So I walk up to him, I give him a hug, and I just start crying. It's kind of like, yo, like even though like the crying just felt so worth it because it was like this is the man who got to see me grow up my whole life. Like my whole life, I lived with my grandparents, but like this is the man who got to see me grow up my real life. But I always kind of like in certain areas, I didn't really require help. Like he got to just see the product of what I was doing in certain areas. He wasn't really involved with everything as far as like always the decisions I was making. A lot of times I just made decisions, and then he would just see like, oh snap, you did this. Like he didn't really know that I was doing it before I did it. So he kind of got to see the product of a lot of things. But it was like he's the only person that really watched me through all this, who I could trust, who like see me become the man I became. So I just gave him a hug, and I'm just crying. And my granddad he starts crying too, bro. And it's like, bro, like I was just holding him so close because it was like, bro, like that felt like so much relief, like that he understood, like the man who got to see me grow, who got to see me go through so many different obstacles and just become so much things. He just always tell me how proud of me he is, and it was kind of like him seeing that, him being able to like sit there and like cry with me, bro, meant the world. Bro. I think he kind of knew why I was crying as well. He's kind of like, bro, like, because he always tried to tell me like this job is gonna be for you, like got grandparents' wisdom. Like he's always telling me, and he was like, man, I just thought if I would go this way, it would be the right opportunity. But I don't know. It's like your grandparents kind of see something in you and know where a certain decision will lead to before you even go there. I don't know how, but they do. So he kind of already knows, and like they trying him, and my grandma trying to like give me these little nuggets because they know like what not picking yourself for a job, especially this early in your life, can do to you, and especially with someone like me who's so like expressive. Like I kind of don't hold my tongue or do any of that for anybody. I'm kind of like really, I'm kind of like a wild card. So like they know how I am. They're like, okay, like you kind of doing this, like it's cool, but like I know in their head it kind of like, come on, this opportunity is for you. Go here. Like we're going to tell you honestly off wisdom, off our experiences, off wisdom, off us knowing other people and seeing how they react to certain environments. So they're like, go here, like not telling me to do it directly, like not like telling like, hey, go here, but it's kind of like trying to give me little hints and nuggets. So you know how grandparents do, like they don't really want to kill what you got going on, but they gonna throw you little nuggets of why you might be going the wrong direction. So you were just crying, and he just telling me like, um, how if anything happened, like he's coming back to get me like that same day. Like he'll like leave that same day, even if I want to leave today. He's like, we're gonna pack you up, we're gonna go back. Like like when they come to meet my granddad, both my grandparents, they don't really play around. Like they kind of like, even though I might be so like independent so early already and things like that, they still make sure like they got my back 100%. So yeah, they kind of like, yeah, we gonna be right back here to get you. I'm like, yeah, Grandpa, I appreciate that. And I remember right before I got out of the car, I was like, I don't know what I was thinking when I got the job opportunity, but I know what I was thinking, like just trying to prove this independence. You're trying to prove yourself. Like it's really kind of like it's a good opportunity, but it's still a pride ego match as a man. Like you trying to like look a certain way and look all that. So it's a mix of so many different things, but it's like a mix of good and bad. So I know it maybe take the job opportunity, but another part of me knew that's not how you. With someone like me, anyone else, someone else is probably fine. Don't get me wrong, but with me, like picking jobs based off that is not good for me, especially long term. Like when I'm in places that don't really align with me, bro, it's kind of like my body is shut down. Like even I've noticed this about other things that I did. Like my body kind of shuts down. Like I'm not able to like create. Like I find myself as like a creative person, always trying to like build something new and stuff like that. And it's like when I go home, I can't even create. It's like I'm just so drained from being there performing so long that like my energy is drained. Like I can't even like go home and create the things I want to create and stuff like that. So I'm like, bro, like, like I came to Milwaukee. I hope I was gonna be in my new apartment, starting this podcast, doing all this new stuff, like being so creative that I would have all the energy after a job because it was just a job. But yeah, I was just telling him I just don't know what made me the job opportunity, which I did. So I was down there. I was like, in that moment, like at that moment when she said no, I kind of just knew I made the wrong job decision, and I know it wasn't. I wasn't there that long before I told mine like, okay, we out of here. But I don't know. It just felt like it wasn't really a comfort thing. It was more so like not like sound like you ever if you ever felt like an answer fully in your body, like to where you know there will be consequences at the end of this answer if you chose to do the opposite thing. Like nah, I'm like okay, like it's time for me to go. And then even when I got on, I go back in. My grandparents, I told them I'm gonna see them later. Like they see me still last, even though they gave me an opportunity to leave today. They kind of like, okay, he stayed here still, so he like, okay, he might be a little cool. Like I'm trying to tough it out, bro. Like on me, bro. I'm trying to like, I'm trying to find every way to stay at this job. I'm kind of like, yo, I hate it here. My soul is screaming. I'm trying to reason with myself, like, nah, bro, but this, like, you got the apartment, like, you got this, you got that, you got this, like, bro, like, your little brothers, like, come on, bro, like, we can't, like, it's so much going on in my head, bro. Cause it's like I know this not the job opportunity for me, but I'm trying to fight it with everything I got, bro. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a part of myself was fighting. Like that's kind of like my heart and soul was fighting with my brain, bro. My brain was like, yo, bro, this is not for us. Like, bro, we know it's not. Like, we know how we work. We know how we are in environments. We know what energizes us. And my brain like, nah, but this is the smarter way. Like, we gonna do it this way. So I'm just trying to talk myself out of the job, bro. And this is when my father comes in, bro. Cause my dad always the truth teller. He wanted me to go to the job opportunity for similar reasons, like just knowing like who I am will energize me, just knowing me, like just knowing his son. So he kind of told me to take job opportunity where I internship that as well with in the sports industry. So basically, bro, I know my dad gonna tell me the truth, bro. And I told my dad, I'm like, pops, like I've been here for 3 days. Like everyone had already seen my apartment. My grandparents, everybody in Milwaukee already seen my apartment. My apartment. So I'm on the phone with my dad. I'm like, pops, like, man, I might have chose the wrong job opportunity. I'm sorry, y'all. I might have chose the wrong job opportunity. Like, pops, like, this not homesick. This, like, dad, you seen how my apartment was. Like, you seen everything. You seen how I picked up my life. Like, I'm kind of like rambling to my dad, like, cause in my heart, in my body, I really wanted this to work out, and everyone could see it, bro. I was making it work, bro. So like, I'm like, yo, dad, I might have chose job opportunity. He was like, son, like, yo, yo, my dad, bro. He told me he's like, son, I know. I was like, yo, what, bro? Like, it's just so crazy because like he and it's crazy how my dad went into detail, like why like it was gonna come to this decision. Like he kind of was like, bro, like I already knew you was gonna go down this because like your parents, your grandparents, a lot of them, bro, they went through a lot of stuff you already went through in life. I know kids will be acting like they know everything, but they've went through a lot of things in life, and not that they always give you the advice that they should have followed. They also like look at their surroundings when they were growing up, right? And they know who was successful, who wasn't successful. Like, how do I explain this? Like, okay, they know what traits someone took for them to be successful, and they know what traits they took for someone who wasn't going on a more successful path. Just because they've seen patterns, like within success and failure, there's always similar patterns. And even if you aren't super successful in life, if you just have your mind on straight, you're just doing well in life, you kind of know what those patterns are for someone who's successful and someone who won't be like broke or poor or anything. Just won't be as successful as this person's going to be. So my dad was kind of like telling me like, yeah, like this is what like that's what makes success kind of like choosing choosing who you want to be and making the system work to you is what it will bring you success is what he was telling me. He was kind of like, I've been trying to tell you that this whole time, and that's crazy because that's always something I said. Like I always like would tell people like in the world, like friends and all that. I would be like, bro, like they be talking about like doing everything for money, and I would kind of be like, yo, bro, if you like you already really good at this, bro. Like if you just follow that, bro, like doing what you love, that's gonna bring you more money than anything. And not only will it bring you money, it'll bring you like satisfaction. You'll want to get up and do your job. Like you're gonna love your life. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna have better relationships. Like it's just gonna reflect positively in every other area. So that's something I always tell people, like, bro, like don't chase the money, bro. Chase the passion, bro. It's the passion. The passion is really the key. So I'm telling everyone that. And then in this, when I got these two job opportunities, bro, I didn't follow that, bro. That's something I told. Like I had this plan for myself because before I even got the job opportunity for the internship, I was checking for that job to drop every day because like they kind of made the position for me. Like they brought like everything worked out with that job opportunity because they really wanted to retain me as an associate because I had previously done a year internship there and everyone loved me and like it was a great opportunity. I loved them too. Like they were great people. And so I'm like, okay, like this is a job for me. I knew it was. Everything in my body could tell me, oh, this is the place you're supposed to be. Before I got this next job opportunity to go back to Wisconsin. But basically, okay, my dad, he's just telling me everything. He's like, bro, I kind of knew this would happen. We're just going on conversations and stuff like that. And man, like just having them two there for me, like the two men in my life, bro, that was just so much strength for me, bro. For me, bro, because they like see me go through everything. They was like, okay, like you trying to leave your comfort zone, like you trying to do certain things, like that's no longer a problem. You kind of prove it to us, like with this situation, like they didn't really help with anything. I even moved into my house at first by myself. I was like picking up the heavy boxes, like they didn't see me do everything. Like, hold on, like he's serious, like nah, I got this type work. Like, yeah, like I'm like, yo, like I'm making it seem like this is a job opportunity. Like, man, I'm making it seem like I ain't going nowhere for the next 6 years, bro. Forget the 2.5. So I'm like, so like, basically, I'm just going through everything with them. I mean, I'm just going through everything with my dad, going through everything, and my dad he just they just gave me strength in the moment. My good dad and my granddad to strengthen the moment to finally choose myself instead of always choosing what looks the best. If I'm being honest. And then I called my mom and my mom and my uncle they wanted me to stay here. But why I don't ever like ever fault them for that? Cause my dad and my grandparents they kind of know me a little more intricately. Like my dad can relate to me as a man, like in certain areas, cause it's kind of like a different kind of connection. And then my grandparents, like I've been with them since I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like they raised me. They know in a way what's gonna be best for me. Like they kind of know what my body responds to based off seeing me in certain environments. So they all like stay here, but mom was like, nah, she want me to stay here, but like that's her being a mother. Like she finally got like my mom had to like let me go to New Jersey when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and she always tell me it's one of the hardest decisions she ever made. And, like the fact that I was back, like that probably meant everything to her, bro. So I knew like so basically she's just telling me to stay and just telling me to do this certain stuff with the job, look for a certain job. And I'm trying to tell mom, like, mom, like, it's a different economy. Like, bro, you ain't about to just get a job next week, bro. Like, if I don't do something, bro, and if I leave this job and don't do nothing and just gotta wait for a different job, like, or even like if I go there and gotta do nothing, I wait different. It might be 7 months before I get another job, especially like when you're like looking for a career where it's like not as many opportunities, especially in certain cities. But if I stay there and do the job, I know I'm gonna hate my life. Like, bro, I'm hating coming. I was hating just today coming from that job. Like, I already knew what it was. Like, I'm like, okay, like, mom, I'm trying. Like, she's telling me to stay, and I'm like, mom, I'm like, I'm trying. I'm generally listening to her about ways I could stay. Like everyone to tell you something. Like, my fathers in my life basically already kind of like told me like, bro, like, go here. Like, you good, bro. Go here. Like, we already seen enough from you. Like, you already improved. You could do it. Like, bro, like, that was cool. But like the way I'm explaining to them, they know it's kind of like a misalignment kind of thing, and I knew it was too. So, but my mom's kind of like, nah, my got my cub back. Like he's not going nowhere. Like we about to like she's trying to convince me to really stay. So I'm like, man, like I'm trying to listen to everything I want to say. I'm like, yeah, ma, I could. I'm thinking in my head like, yeah, I could do that. I even get like a little bit motivated. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, all right, I'm about to just go do the job. I might just be like, all right, it is what it is. Was at a funny moment. So I'm like, okay, I go into the job on the second day, bro. I go to sleep at that. I told my mom. I come in the job the second day. Okay, you got to because they had us come in a little early because they're doing all the graduation stuff. So I'm motivated, bro. I'm thinking like, all right, bro, we about to just do the job, bro. Like the job is what it is. Like my mom did change my whole mindset about this. So I'm like, I'm in there talking. I'm kind of like a little more cooler. And then I remember for the graduates, bro, they had to do like this little presentation about them in the program. And out of nowhere, bro, I'm watching bro. I'm just going to okay. I had probably seen about five different, no, about 7, 8 different presentations at this time. Bro, I might have heard the same presentation 7 or 8 times. I'm not gonna lie. Same goals, same stuff, does the same stuff out of work, does this, does that, does this, does that. Then I'm like, bro, no way I'm coming here, bro. Cause at that moment I realized this was bigger than the program, bro. This was the program. Bro, it was kind of like the program was kind of like producing like the same people. And then I was just like listening to like asking these people what they wanted to do before this stuff and all that. Like, bro, they would say something completely opposite. But like, I don't know. Like, don't really know what they want to do. And bro, like to see how they like adopted this stuff, I'm like, yo, like y'all are kind of all like the same person, bro. Dogs getting married, footballs, hot dogs, baseball games, like, bro, it's kind of like the same stuff. It's kind of like the same person, different body, different face, different voice. And I'm just looking at them, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just like, this program works. That's when it shook me, bro. I'm like, bro, not only do they require so much of you from this program, bro, it actually works, bro. Like, not the fact that they're doing this purposely, but they're really building people that embody their culture. I'm like, yo, like what? Like I'm in disbelief right now, but it makes sense, of course. Like this is a Fortune 500 company. So I'm like, okay, like they obviously proven this. Obviously, they have the successful things going on. Like they're going to this is going to get people a certain level of professional success. So I'm like, dang, but bro, it's like all them then lost themselves, bro. Like, bro, like, no offense, like, I ain't even hear nobody say it. I ain't even hear nobody say it. Damn in here, bro. Bro, no, nothing even like low. It's like crazy. Like, dang, he just really said that. Like, I don't know. I kind of like, I don't know. This might be. I kind of be like an environment where like that little bit of unpredictability in it. But bro, everything here was predictable, bro. My career path was predictable. Everything was predictable, and I'm not someone who does good or predictable. I like to be in lanes where I can make a way, some type of way, bro. Man, I got to be in this right lane, but this right lane got to allow me to Euro step to the left side. Like I'm like those are lanes for me. Like I kind of got to switch it up a little bit sometimes. I can't always be doing the same stuff, acting the same. Like I don't know. It's kind of like I switch up sometimes. So especially with lanes and stuff I want to do, new ideas. Like I got to be in environments where it embodies that to some degree. So I'm just watching our opportunities. I see all the presentations, bro. I might have seen everything, bro. I felt like I was being conditioned in there, bro. It was like they would just show me the same stuff, bro. I could like predict to you what they were gonna say, how they were gonna feel about it, and all these things, bro. And at that moment, I said, "Nah, I can't do this, bro." And this was Tuesday. This is the second day at work. And then I remember I contacted the lady from my old internship that gave me the job offer, which is in the sports industry one, and I asked for my job back, bro. And bro, the thing is, like, I would have been making more here, making more in New Jersey where I'm at right now because I wouldn't probably have had to pay rent. I would have just kept what I got in my grandparents' house, just stacked for a couple more years, just so I could probably like try to buy a crib or something. And then so I'm just looking at it for my grandparents. Like, I would have saved more money here, but going down there, like even though the salary was like just a little bit or like a couple thousand over, bro, I'm thinking like, okay, this might do, and these are really really good salaries, by the way. So like, I'm like, man, the extra K, I could probably do a little something with that. Like, okay, that just covered my apartment alone, which it really didn't, but uh, that covered my apartment alone. So the extra loan money is cool. Like, it's gonna even out. But bro, in retrospect, bro, I was not thinking right, bro, because the salary had a lot to do with everything. I'm like, yo, like I knew I would make more down here, but some of my body's telling me that I would make more down there, bro. Plus, they gave you a little bonus, like that's like taxed and everything. Yeah, bro, it was just so much going on between these two job offers. Bro, I can't believe you even allowed me to even get here. But basically, like, I just went there and yeah, I just knew it wasn't a job opportunity for me. Then, the third day comes. Third day is kind of like, okay, I'm here. Like, I'm waiting for a certain job. I'm waiting for certain things to come back from the lady who I asked for my job back. We were texting. Like, I'm just showing my enthusiasm on how, like, I want the job and stuff like that. Kind of like everything just pretty much flowing how it flows. Like, everything's just everything. So we're just flowing. And then we set up a phone call. And then I got the phone call on the Wednesday. And I'm kind of like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, no. Actually, no. I was just talking, just doing the job, still going to the job every day, still seeing all the graduates. You guys already know what's up with that. Already know what's up with all that. Great opportunity, great program, but it just wasn't for me. So you guys know what everything's going on with the program. It's about Thursday. I have a phone call with the lady, and I'm just showing. We're just talking, just going over everything. And then she's kind of like talking in the way like I'm getting the job offer back, like what we're gonna have you doing, like just telling me about everything. And that's crazy. 'Cause I had denied this job about a month before I even started my new job, a month and some change actually. So I'm like, what's the likelihood of this job offer still being open just to begin with? So yeah, so they send that over. Well, she's basically just telling me everything about the job, what they're gonna have me doing and stuff. When do I want to meet the team? So basically, I kind of got the job offer without even ever applying back again. Like they just sent it to my email, and I just signed. No, I just signed it. Like we're just talking about like I got the job offer back. So I'm like, okay, that's crazy. I got the job offer back. Okay, that's weird. So I just do my last couple of days at the job because like at this point I'm feeling way better just at the fact that I know I'm gonna be doing something that I actually love to do. I'm thinking like okay, like I don't gotta deal with just performing in this environment and doing all this like that and just wearing certain clothes all the time and stuff like that. It's kind of like it's cool, but it's like nah, like I get I get to build Kamani in this sports environment the way I want to build. Like wear the things that I kind of wear, still keeping it professional, but having my own little swag to it, and not be looked at a certain way. It's kind of like that. Like they kind of invite these things more, invite my personality, invite who I am more. So I'm like, okay, I don't gotta be here no more. So I finished my first week, and I'm just going through the weekend. I'm just so excited, and I wasn't. My grandparents wanted to come and get me to the following weekend, Saturday. So, but this whole weekend, I just go to my little brother's next game. Pretty much just going through the motions now because like okay, I finished up my first week of work, but the next week I know I'm about to leave at the end of this week. So nah, it's cool. I'm just feeling cool now. And Monday was a holiday, so I'm just going through the weekend. So I had a 3-day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I'm just going through the weekend, just chilling. Nothing's really happening. And then I'm thinking like, okay, I'm about to finish out my second week at this job. It's gonna be light. I already know I'm leaving. I just did it the previous week, bro. I get to that Monday, bro. It is Monday night, bro. I gotta be at work at like 7, bro. Why am I up till like 4 in the morning, bro? On the Tuesday morning, I'm like, bro, like my mind not even in this no more, bro. Like before, even when I went, then I found out my first day. I was like, yo, this is not the job for me. Just misalignment. Not really something I want to do, especially this early. I want to kind of build a certain career for myself. Like I want to be the author of my career, the author of the moves I make. I want them to make sense for Kamani more than it really makes sense for anybody else. And I feel like when I came to Milwaukee, I kind of lost a bit of that authorship. Like and being in this program, it kind of would take it from me. Like being them displacing me in certain rotations. I go here, I'll go here. They're kind of building me through this. They're kind of like checking my temperature, checking how well I'm adapting to the program, how much of the program am I embodying, what am I saying, how am I talking. Like they're kind of like watching me as a whole individual, as like NBA draft, like a prospect. Like they kind of watch you like a prospect for the company. Like how successful can this kid be? How much innovation can this person bring for us? Kind of looking at them like that, and they kind of watch that through like just the things you do, the what person you are. They really watch you. So yeah, I'm just going through everything. I get to Monday. It's Monday night. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go to sleep, man. I get in. I did not go to sleep till 5 in the next morning, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to work. And so I'm like, on a sick day, bro. I'm like, Man, my mind messed up, bro. I'm mentally I was mentally exhausted last week. This week I've been trying to act like I don't want to go to. I'm gonna go to this job, knowing I already signed a whole new offer. I'm already out of here. It's throw in the sick day, bro, because you get like 40 hours as soon as you start. Throw in the sick day on that Tuesday. Ain't go to work, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm at the crib, bro, chilling, bro. I think yeah, I'm just at the crib chilling, bro. Doing nothing, bro, but watching YouTube videos and playing 2K, bro. But it felt so relieving, bro. Just from the chapter that I done had, bro. We're going through all the stress from this job. Like having to move everything to another city, like do all this other stuff. I kinda like when I was leaving, I kinda like felt like I was just doing so well for myself that I kinda ignored the true part of myself that I wanted to stay and do the job opportunity because I knew really within that it was a better opportunity for me. I didn't ignore so much things. I didn't like felt like my soul get shaken up to a point where I didn't really understand. Like I didn't and like just being off on that Tuesday, bro. It was like a real mental health day, bro. Like playing 2K, bro, joking, laughing on 2K, telling somebody they trash, bro. Whole time they giving me 18. So, so bro, it was kind of like that. It's kind of like, all right, bro. I kind of got to get back. I'm like, okay, Wednesday, first Friday, Thursday, I'm going. Wednesday come, I'm not going, bro. Wednesday come, I do not go. I'll put in another sick day, bro. These straight mental health, bro. They valid too, cause they mental health days. Y'all think about it. Think about everything I told you I've been going through. This has been a real mental crisis. That was a real mental health day. So, well, we're done all that, and it's I'm like, all right, throw in another sick day. Both of them Jones get approved. I'm like, yeah, we out of here. Like I'm thinking, like, yeah, we good, bro. We're gonna have another cool day. I go to JJ Fish and Chicken. I get some JJ Fish and Chicken. I'm like, yo, like, bro, this is the time of my life, bro. I'm just living up everything I wanted to do as a kid. 'Cause I was a kid, I used to love JJ's Fish when I used to like live in Wisconsin. So I'm like, yo, like I'm doing everything I can do. I throw a little bit of that extra lemon pepper. I put the little white sauce on top of it. Like I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, I'm in there, like, yo, like this is it, bro. Like I'm gonna go in tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm starting to settle in a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. So I call out on Wednesday, bro. I'm in the middle of the day on Wednesday, bro, and I'm just thinking about having to go back in that job and just do everything I did in there again, and also get them to still train me. I don't want to waste their time as well. So I was trying to get them like to train me and do all this stuff. Like I'm like, yo, this gonna waste everybody time, including mine. But with y'all, it's just y'all time. With me, it's my mental health, bro. I got a dip, bro. Like I know everyone's taught like go through certain things and make you hard, bro. But bro, that's not always true, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Nowadays, I feel like we've seen so much influencers that stay in that like before they got big and stuff, and just creators as a whole before they got big, like they kind of stayed on doing what they want to do, not trying to make their life hard for no reason when they already know what they want to do in life. So we kind of like seen them like we seen so many people get successful from doing the things they want to do, bro. You can't even go against it no more, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. The people who do what they want to do be way more like, no offense, way more successful than the people who do what just looks the best in the real world. Like even though like the people who do what they want to do have a risk of not going anywhere at the end of the day, and there's a lot of those people, but it's like the payoff is just so much bigger than just doing what's safe. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just so much bigger. It's worth the risk, bro. That's like a real risk that people would take their entire lives to choose what they want to do. Like from the time you're growing up, bro, like life is just all about risk, bro. If you think about it, bro. No matter what you do, you're taking a risk. There's no guaranteed path. No way. Like no way you go. Sometimes things go. Even with the job opportunity, I thought this would be the best job opportunity for me in my life, but bro, it just didn't go how I wanted to go. If I'm being honest, but I thought it would. I thought I had the answers, bro, and life showed me that I didn't. Alignment matters much more to me than I thought. I thought I can just go here and do the job and just disregard it like it didn't matter. But life quickly taught me, bro, you can't do that, bro. Like that's unrealistic with like careers. It's very, very unrealistic. It's doable, But for someone like me who wants to be successful to a certain point, who wants to reach certain places, who wants to get paid a certain amount if I'm working for a company, that's not something good for me. Cause I'm not trying to like coast in all the things I do. I'm like kind of like very competitive. Like I want to be the best at a lot of things I do. And even if I don't never done it before, if I just come play you with something you do, I'm going to try to learn it as fast as I can, just so I can compete with you in a certain way. So yeah, like it just wouldn't have been a good environment for me, bro. I would have. So basically, yeah. But like I was saying, it's kind of like that's how people like the risk of taking a bend on yourself, bro. That risk always gonna pay off, bro. Like you don't. A lot of people get to the end of the risk for just choosing what looks strong, bro, and they hate their lives, bro. The only thing they can tell you is about what they did in the office for the last 40 years, bro. Think about that. 85% of your dreams, but when you retire, are probably from you in the office. Think about that, bro. You in one environment, bro. These people who got to do what they do, they didn't got to do like say music, like little concerts here and there and that. Like, bro, they didn't seen so much different things, been in so many different environments. Even if they weren't the biggest, they didn't got to see so many different things, be around so many different people. They're kind of like, bro, like even though I wasn't successful in this, like I got some cool behind memories, bro. And sometimes, bro, you know what they always say, bro. When you die, you can't take money with you, bro. But bro, if it's true, like where they say, like where you get like the flash, like memories before you die, bro. Bro, imagine what you would feel if you see your memories before you about to die flash before you, and it's straight office work, bro. You gonna be tight, bro. Your last memories gonna be printers, staplers, and pens, and you gonna have to deal with that, bro. Like imagine if you did what you want to do in life, you really followed your passions. If you had one, not everyone really has one. There's nothing wrong with that as well. But say you didn't. I mean, say you had your passion, you followed your passions, bro. You get all these crazy behind stories, bro. You get to see Gerard. You forgot about Gerard, bro. You forgot he even existed. You just see a memory of Gerard falling in a pond and the fish getting stuck on his ankle. Like, yeah, like you remember all these crazy stories. You like, dang, like I might not have all the money, bro, but life was worth it. On the other hand, other person kind of like, yeah, I got to have a house with a two garage house with two cars, a Kia and a minivan, and then and then and then I'm sorry, and then you like, oh man, my life was kind of shitty, bro. Like yo, like it's no offense, cause like but on both sides, usually kind of not usually, but I guess you say you typically like in the average family that they like tell you about the middle class family. Like there's probably two or three kids. Like you okay, yeah, I get to see my kids grow and stuff like that. But it's like it's a different connection with those. Like you got to see them grow, of course. Like yeah, you did get to do that. But the people who see what they who do what they want to do, like and it's like good things. We're not talking about do what you want to do and bad things. Do what you do and like good things and like you're around as a father and even though you don't have everything to offer them, like you're still there, you're still trying, but you just love to do your music. Like you just love to do that. Like bro, they feel like they get to know their father more, bro. Like for example, like if the father died who played music to that kids, bro, every time they hear music, they would think about their dad, bro. Imagine how much time you hear music, bro. Every time they see a guitar, a drum, piano, like music just makes them think of their father, bro. Like so, like no matter where they go, they have that connection with you because they know this is what you really embody. Of course, if you work that corporate, like not corporate your whole life, but just work the job your whole life, just 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. You might did your little stuff out of work. You might have just, but you only have so much time to really put something together. Like you're not really gonna build this whole lifestyle out of work, especially now on the weekend. So like all your job, all your years are really going to this job. Just going to this job. Bro, they might know some things you like to do. They're like, yeah, remember dad used to like to jump off the couch? Like, they might just remember this couch, like, if they see the couch again. But, bro, like, they gonna forget about that couch in the next hour, bro. They're not gonna be like, yo, let's buy the couch. They're gonna make mad jokes about it and just remember you in that moment. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, but when every time they hear music, bro, they will know like this is my father. Like imagine like they're going through something and like just a random song that you used to like plays. Like that's gonna give them all the motivation in that moment that they need. So it's kind of like you're always just like a connection away. Like when they hear music and they hear a certain song, a certain tune, a certain beat, like they think of you and they think to do the right thing in that moment, to follow yourself. Like you become more so like confirmation for them. Like if something is happening, they don't know what to do, and they hear music or hear a certain song, they know what the right decision is to do. Like so, yeah, it's kind of like that. So yeah, so I just that middle of that Wednesday, and I just throw in the resignation letter, bro. Just threw it in, bro. I say, you know what? I just wrote it. I'm just gonna send it in today, bro. I start being realistic on myself. I'm like, bro, like this is bigger than what I think it is, bro. Like you're young. If you ever had to come back to this environment, then okay, it is what it is. But I would feel much better about myself if I actually tried to do things my own way before I went out and just accept it. There's nothing wrong with accepting, guys. There's nothing wrong with accepting. It's just a personal thing. Like this through this whole podcast, this would be more so like personal things, personal levels of growth. I'm just talking from my perspective. And I want to build a community where everyone could talk about different perspectives, where we could have certain calls and stuff. I can bring you guys on the podcast and stuff like that, and we all just talk about it. Because what I'm just trying to build is just a community of thinkers, like community of people who just think outside the box, but in different ways. So like that'll be the greatest thing. So don't ever get discouraged by any of the things I say. Just take it, have your own perspective, and then once I create my Discord, everyone join. We just throw ideas at each other. Like that'd be cool, bro. Like just creating an environment of people who just accept it for the way they think, especially the people who feel like they think differently. So yeah, so I just put in a job recommendation. I knew it wasn't no longer the place for me. I was so thankful to have the job opportunity to go back. So I'm just in the middle of this second week before I'm about to go home because my grandparents are coming to get me that Sunday. It's Wednesday. So I'm just chilling, just doing everything around the house, running around, eating the food that I done bought, all this food I bought for myself. It's all type of, it's flat screens in my house. It's food. It's all the dishes, all the pans. Like, bro, I damn near got excuse my language. I basically got a buffet in my whole thing. I could just get to eat and just chill and just, you know what I'm saying? Have those, like, had a time where it's like, I felt free for like a couple days. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like my soul was just, my body was just, I was just living. I wasn't alive, bro. I was just living, bro. Like it was like no pressure off of nothing, bro. I didn't graduate. I got the diploma. It was like these 3 days felt like heaven. So I'm like, bro, I'm like, yeah, we're not going back, bro. I knew that I wasn't going back. Put the job offer in, bro. And tell you what I did. I came back. I ain't, bro. I never showed my face again after I put in those 2 sick days. And it was I put in my later on Wednesday, bro. They didn't show my face again, bro. I put the email on auto send to go out at 6 p.m. because they get off at like 5. But I pull up to the job at like 5, return all the stuff. I returned everything that they gave me, all the IDs and all that stuff. And then by the time I left, but when the email came in, the basically all the equipment would already been there. So I would never have to go back. I'm like, yo, like, and it's not there was nothing wrong with going back or I was scared to. Don't get me wrong, never scared. But I was kind of like, okay, I'm done. I know I'm done. Like, I know I'm not gonna come back here, bro. I'm not just. It is what it is. I appreciate the opportunity. Shout out to y'all. Like, thank y'all for giving me a job opportunity. But this ain't the place for me. And I don't feel like having to like go into like depth and explain it to you just for you not to understand anything I'm saying. So I was like, no, I'm just not even gonna do this with these people. Like, we just about just give them the opportunity to give them their stuff back and just go our separate ways. And that's what we did. So I'm just chilling, just going around. Like, bro, I just spent the rest of the days, I was just chilling. My girl ended up coming to town like Friday. So I spent weekend with her and she drove back with us. Everything is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just packing my stuff up. It's just regular now. Like, my soul calmed down. Like, definitely in a way. But I thought it'd be different. I thought I would, like, before I made the decision, I thought like I would be judged in such a way and my family would see me in such a way. like before I made the decision, and it was just like real fear walking away. Like, looking at like, yo, is he not stable? Why is he going back home? Like, why is he doing this? Yo, I thought he had it all figured out. Like, they kind of like you think people will look at you a certain way. So I'm kind of like, bro, like I don't feel like having to deal with all that on my head. It's kind of like, cause it's like it is kind of annoying to deal with, but it's necessary if you want to become the person you want to become. So I'm like thinking like, yo, I don't want to deal with that right now. Like, I don't feel like having to go through that. And then I just remember thinking that it would feel this certain way, just me going back. But the day I went back, it was just like all my family was like so happy for me, bro. Like they was telling me like, make sure you give me some tickets, like kind of like invite me to the opportunity, like bro, like. And this made me realize, like, bro, like in this moment when I was calling on my grandparents, when I was calling on everybody, bro, like one thing that I repeatedly got from everybody was like, yo, we believe in you. Whatever decision you make, we're not worried about it. Like, we believe in you. And the whole time, bro, I was making certain decisions where like it looked like more stable and looked like more better, but kind of like disregarding myself. Cause I thought it made me look more stable, and I thought that's what they wanted me to look like. So in this moment, I got initiated into my life of choosing myself, my life of believing in the decisions you make because you believe in them, not because everyone around you believe in them, but because you do. And I wasn't doing that at first, bro. I was kind of like doing what I wanted to do, but like with a heavy influence of other people's expectations as well. So like I'm just going through all that. I'm just doing everything and expecting a certain response. 'Cause I thought people was like, "Yo, what the heck? Like this is not you." But everyone accepted me, and it showed me that people believe in me, bro. Like I gotta understand that I've done things in a way and in a time frame where you would kind of be crazy to not believe in my path, because my path isn't conventional at all. Like everything I do got like a little bit like twist of awkwardness to it. Like it don't really make sense how I got it done that way, but I did it that way, and it works. So it's kind of like they're kind of like okay, this is like a little different. Like I could definitely tell by like the way they look, like and the way they say certain things. Kind of like okay, like your path makes sense, but it's like a little different. Like I don't have the certain stories or feel the certain ways about it that like they kind of seen other people feel about it. So yeah, they kind of already noticed that. So I'm like, this whole time, bro, to not believe in me and what I got going on, bro, it's kind of like, dang, like that would have been crazy if you didn't, because I'd have made it work my way. So it's kind of like they're used to me doing things my way. So like that was really their perspective of me the whole time. Like they just believed in who I was already. Like they already didn't see me show my personality through my decisions, the things I do, the things I like to do, how I speak, how I act. They kind of like, okay, like we expect him to like he just gonna do what he want to do. Know what I mean? But he is gonna work for him, and they just understand that it works, so they begin to trust it. And it just made me realize that like, bro, like it's best to just follow myself, bro. Because at the end of the day, I kind of know what I want and what's gonna be best for me. So yeah, I just hug my family. I go back home, and what it is, we're just driving, and then we get back to Willenboro, and I know it, bro. I ain't had no sleep, bro. I had no sleep. Let me just throw that out there. I ain't sleep once. So we on a 13-hour drive back from Wisconsin to New Jersey. As soon as we get back to Willenboro, bro, I'm like, no. My drive have been up from like like about 7 a.m. to like 4 or 5 in the morning, bro. Like this on me, I was 24-hour shift at this point. It's like yo, like I'm like, no, what am I doing back here? Like it wasn't loud, but it was like really subtle. Like it wasn't loud like how my soul was screaming, bro, when I was at the other job, bro. It was kind of like, bro, my body was kind of like, bro, what are we doing here? Like it was like, bro, like what do you mean we're back here? Like I'm sorry, it's just kind of funny to me. And then like, bro, I was talking to my girl like, bro, what am I doing here? Like she listening to me, bro, but she kind of like, bro, I know you just and I had told her before I got tired, I said, like whatever I say tonight, don't take it serious because I'm tired. Like that's not the real me talking. I'm just tired. So I'm saying like, I don't I'm just telling her, bro, like I'm back to square one. uh bro, I was just saying all this stuff like, bro, what am I doing here? All these shop stories and stuff, bro. I wake up the next morning, bro. I'm like, bro, I wake up, bro. I see the sun shining in my room, bro. I done had this good behind sleep. I didn't realize that my room a little bigger than what I remembered it as. And I just think, thank you. I prayed to God. I looked in the sky. I did everything. And I just said, thank you. Because everything about the path looked correct before I made like making the decision. It made it look like the correct next step for your life, the correct next step uh to start your life, after, especially after college. It just looks like, oh yeah, the college opportunity really worked out. Kind of like one of those things, but it wasn't. It quickly showed me that it was not the best opportunity for me. Like, it quickly showed me just trying to do what's right on the paper for someone like me. It's not the right decision at all. Like, I gotta do what feels best to me as well. What feeds my soul, what feeds my spirit, what makes me feel alive at night, what makes me want to wake up in the morning. Like, I also gotta respond to some of those things. Life isn't just about suffering and doing what looks right just to get to somewhere that looks better to other people. It's not about that at all. And that's just when I say these things, these just my experience and me just documenting my growth and how I'm just thinking in real time. If I'm not the author of my life, then I don't know who I'll be or if how I feel about myself, or even if I'll have that luxury to feel that about myself. And that's something that means everything to me. Creating your own path, creating your own narratives, doing things the right way, but the right way for you, but not hurting no one in the process. And that's what that job quickly showed me. And I actually start this new job this Monday, but I'm not even worried, bro. I already know. They already texted me how excited they are for me to come back. Everybody hype. Like, I'm like, man, I'm there. Like, they really invite. They invite. They like inviting me into the building, bro. So yeah, like coming back just made me realize how much alignment really matters to me. Although I still do want to look successful, like I want to create the biggest community off this podcast. I want to do all those great things. But man, I'm not doing this stuff always for monetary value, bro. I'm doing this guys seeing you. I genuinely want to see a better world. I know people say everyone's accepted, bro, but everybody is not accepted, bro. I want to create an environment where everyone is really accepted, bro, for different opinions, different thoughts, different perspectives, different lives, like all those things, like they matter. So alignment is what means a lot to me, and I just feel like I gotta initiate it into life. I got initiated into who I will become. I always thought I'd be this certain way where I just do this and just do that. Like, nah, bro. It just gave me a little direction just for this moment in my life. Not that I have all the answers, but at this moment, this feels like the right direction. And I just want to take you guys through this journey of all this stuff that I find myself doing, all these thoughts. Uh, we just also bounce off one another and just grow. Other podcasts, of course, they'd be a little bit more structured. I was just showing you guys, telling you guys about this story about me. But other podcasts would be so much more structured. But I just want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Even if you did sit here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 3, 1, doesn't matter. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for supporting me. And you could contact me. Discord will be soon. Instagram. I have an Instagram already. YouTube. I don't got no videos on there, but you could subscribe. And I just want to thank y'all for coming back. But I'm back. My soul feels lighter. So thank y'all for hearing my journey. Thank you for hearing my story. And man, episode 1 is out the way. Initiation.